Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's Race Perfect. This time we're in the Porsche GTP at the lovely Watkins Glen. And a quick note on the GTPs, following the most recent update, the cars are appearing to be significantly faster than previous seasons, specifically in their cornering speed. And while this is true for all of them, it does appear that this update, the Porsche GTP, is significantly slower than the other GTPs this season, showing a performance gap of around 6 to 8 tenths around Watkins Glen specifically. It seems that the Porsche understeers significantly more than its counterparts, and that's not something that this track likes at all. I do expect that this will be addressed soon, as iRacing has already come out and said that they are reworking the tire model again. But if you are following along for this lap for your own practice, just be aware that the other GTPs will yield better lap times than this one at the time of recording. This lap should still be a good reference for what to do around Watkins Glen, as braking zones and the general method of driving the GTPs remains the same. It will just be a little bit easier to beat this week due to the extreme levels of understeer. As per usual, we are on the baseline setup with balanced DRS in the middle of a stint. The only thing that's changed is that the brake bias is being set to 47.25%. So without further ado, here's Race Perfect Watkins Glen. Starting off for turn 1, a light lift at the 300 board, braking at the 150. You want to just skirt the inside curb and accelerate out to the edge of the outside curb. Be careful not to cross it, as you will be given an off track. This is really the only point of the lap that you have to be cautious of track limits. Coming up to the bus stop chicane, a heavy lift at the 6 to 500 meter boards, and just trimming the brake into the corner will get you through. A lift here provides almost no loss to lap time over a full speed lap, so if you have the space behind, it's worth it every time. A light trim of the brakes and accelerating out is all you need at the carousel. You can use all the track here. Hard braking at the water drain, then quickly trailing off to rotate the car. You'll want to accelerate as soon as the car gets to the inside curb and use all the exit. Tip of the boot, you'll be braking at the 200 and 300 meter boards. Get the car in tight to the apex and start accelerating just after the shack on the outside disappears from sight. A lift before the 200 meter board and braking at the 125. Hitting the apex is pretty important here, as you want the full acceleration out. Don't worry about track limits, you can go even wider than me there. Exiting the boot, be careful not to go too deep, trail brake through the corner, and careful on the throttle. Into the final corner, stay as far outside as possible, then don't outbrake yourself. You'll want to choose 4th or 5th gear based on the car's rotation. After that, you've completed a lap at Watkins Glen.